it says certified true copy, NBI-cybercrime, signed Safir T, date 4/10/26. Is counsel for the prosecution telling us now that this marking came from Meta, the email of Meta, of Facebook?
Can you respond, counsel, before the chair makes a ruling? I'm interested to hear your responses.
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat the question, please?
It was rhetorical, Your Honor. He need not answer.
He was basically questioning the fact that if it indeed came from Meta and is a computer printout, why the need for someone to certify it as a true copy?
I do recall, Your Honor, please, that was submitted to the Committee on Justice. Along the way, there was a need to certify that, Your Honor, please. But be that as it may, certification of a printout of an electronic document is not even necessary, Your Honor, please.
The objection of the counsel for respondent is overruled. The counsel may proceed.
Thank you so much, Your
He
Honor.
may raise his objection at the proper time when formal offer is made of documentary evidence, and any correction may be made thereafter, or rather before that, by the counsel for the prosecutors.
All right.
Please proceed.
Thank you so much. Mr. Witness, you mentioned that Meta, you said, acknowledged the preservation requests. Sorry, Your Honor, please. I recall the last question. I have to proceed to presentation of the documents. Now, Mr. Witness, if this printout of the screenshot of Meta's reply shown to you, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, what relation, if any, does that document have with the printout that you mentioned earlier?
This is the printout that I submitted, sir.
Now, Mr. Witness, Your Honor, please, again, as previously manifested, the documents identified by the witness has been previously marked as Exhibit B-4-8 for the prosecution. Okay, how faithful, if at all, is this printout from the actual screenshot?
The printout accurately reflects the screenshot, sir.
And how do you know that this printout accurately reflects the screenshot?
I compared the screenshot with the printout and the email confirmation of Meta and found that the contents are identical, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Witness, you mentioned that Meta quotes acknowledged unquote the preservation requests. Now, based on your experience, and if you know, ano ba ang ibig sabihin kung yung Meta nagka-acknowledge ng isang preservation requests?
Objection, Your Honor. He would be incompetent to say that.
Your Honor, please.
Counsel for the prosecution, what do you say?
Your Honor, please, this is an NBI agent that has been practicing digital forensics for 2 years, appearing in court for 30 times, and underwent training for 2 weeks. No other person in this room is more competent to answer the question than this witness. Let the witness answer.
Nevertheless, Your Honor, he's incompetent. He's not from Meta. He doesn't know Meta procedures. The mere fact that he's an NBA agent doesn't make him competent.
Can I reply to that, Your Honor, please?
Overruled. Chair will allow it. If the witness knows, he may reply. If he does not know, he should so admit also. Witness may answer.
It means that Meta have taken necessary action to preserve the evidence, sir, and assign a case number at you.
So, took reasonable steps to preserve and assign a case number. Now, yung question now is, after receiving this acknowledgement from Meta, ano ba yung ginawa mo kung meron man, in relation to the investigation you conducted on the statements of the Vice President?
I further preserve the video and authenticate the same, sir.
Alright, so you said you...
With the permission of the counsel for the prosecutors, Mr. Witness, what do you mean by Meta assigned a case number to it? What does that exactly mean?
It means that yun po, they have taken reasonable action. Yung case number po is for monitoring namin kasi multiple multiple requests po from different investigation. Yung case number na yun for specific request po.
So pag may request kayo sa Metang i-preserve ang isang digital footprint o data, lalagyan nila ng case number?
Yes po.
Lahat ngayon na magre-request na i-preserve yon, ilalagay sa ilalim ng case number na yun yung mga request?
Hindi po. Per request request po yung case number.
So each request will have a separate case number from Meta.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the case number for this one would be what?
9116154, Your Honor.
Saan po nakasulat yon?
Your case number is 91, nasa upper part po, Your Honor. 91,
Ayun, 911654.
yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed, counsel. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Witness, you said that you proceeded to further preserve and authenticate the subject video. Now, let's go to that proceeded to further evidence. What does it entail, if any, and if you know?
It means that I further preserve it using a screen recording, open source broadcast software studio, OBS. I screen record what appears on my screen, the video, the online live stream November 23, 2024, from beginning to end, including its URL.
Okay, now, what about authenticating the video? Ano bang ibig sabihin yan kung alam mo?
After screen recording, there's an output video. I compared the output video with the November 23, 2024 video and ensured that the contents are identical. After ensuring that the contents are identical, I now generated a hash value calculation on the video to ensure that the video won't be tampered until presented in court, sir.
Mr. Witness, ano ba yung pruweba mo kung meron man that you authenticated the subject video?
I have executed an affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated January 30, 2025, sir.
Okay, now, kung yung affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated January 30, 2025, ipapakita sa iyo, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, in the process, the prosecution is in the process of confronting the witness with a document that is previously marked as Exhibit B-Roman numeral 4-9 and series, constituting of 29 pages, including the attachments. Your Honor, please, the defense is invited to peruse the documents.
Your Honor, we object to the introduction of this affidavit of authentication. This is not an original copy of affidavit. This is not electronic evidence. And if you look at the affidavit, even the appendages, which supposedly consist of USBs and CD, there's no USB, there's no CD, and even the signatures are not wet signatures, Your Honor.
What is counsel for the
Your Honor,
prosecution?
please, we will not comment to that, subject to the proper response to that when the time comes in the formal offer of exhibit, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, the objection of the counsel for respondent is noted as to the admissibility of the offered document. However, as correctly pointed out by counsel for the prosecution, the proper time to object to the same and for the court to rule on it would be during a formal offer, once the prosecution has already rested its case. So ordered.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, please. Mr. Witness, what relation, if any, does that document have with the affidavit that you mentioned?
Your Honor, may I just make a quick manifestation?
Counsel for the respondent. Yes, you may, sir. Please
Your Honor,
proceed.
during pretrial, the parties got together and agreed that originals of the documents that were to be marked will be presented during trial. We agreed to expedite the proceedings. And now, what is happening is photocopies of documents that we want to peruse and see are being presented. So we object to this, Your Honor.
If I may, can I reply? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
The
Your Honor,
manifestation of the counsel for respondent is duly noted.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Please proceed, counsel for the prosecution.
On page 3 of the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence, may makikita dyan yung isang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang John Mark Calito. You see it?
Yes, sir.
Yung tanong now is, whose signature is that if you know?
This is my signature, sir.
Your Honor, at this juncture, Your Honor, please, despite the prosecution's understanding that a photocopy is now the original, is now considered as an original. But to address the concerns of the defense, Your Honor, please, I move that we allow to present the original of the documents that was confronted, that the witness was confronted with. I'm so sorry, it's a certified true copy of the affidavit of authentication, Your Honor, please.
Counsel may proceed.
Okay, now, you mentioned, so I will go back. Now, Mr.
Without prejudice to the counsel for respondent viewing the same
Yes.
with respect to its certification.
Affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated January 30, 2025. Now we are confronting you now with a certified true copy of the same document. After perusing the same, you have to tell us what relation, if any, do the documents before you have with the documents, affidavit of authentication of digital evidence that you mentioned.
Strange in your eyes. Come on around.
Your Honor,
Yes, counsel for respondent.
we'll finish perusing, Your Honor.
your comments?
Sir, for Your Honor, for P-4-9H. Your Honor, there is a CD in the original. Oh,
Counsel, what are you referring to again? B dash?
P-
B dash 4 dash 91.
P dash B-4-9H. In the original, there's a marking November 23. And in the photocopy, it is only a photocopy of the CD, Your Honor. So there is a difference.
Noted.
Can reply to that, Your Honor, please.
Counsel, let's get all of his comments first.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the page after in the original is a USB, which is Annex C-1 with markings October 18, 2024 video, CL BBS 182. However, in the photocopy, there is no such photocopy, marked photocopy, there's no such thing. So the order is no longer the same moving forward, Your Honor. Even in that very same one, which I assume is B-4-9K, does not have any date marking. So it is not the same document. It's not faithful reproduction of anything.
The photocopy is not a faithful reproduction of the certified true copy. That's what you're stating.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does the counsel for the prosecution say?
Your Honor, counter manifestation that the documents that the defense are perusing have been identified by the very person who authenticated and who executed that exhibit. So, Your Honor, please, we move that the comments of the defense be noted, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, that's irrelevant. What we're saying is that this is not the copy mark. It is not the same as the original, which he says is the same thing that which is identified. What he's saying is off tangent. What he identified earlier, which is the marked copy, which is the copy marked during pre-trial, is not the same document as they are passing on as an original. Your Honor, this is the
Counsel
issue here.
for respondent. That is a proper subject matter too for your cross to point, if at all, the distinction and difference between the two copies, which counsel for the prosecution can use as a subject matter for his redirect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because you can confront the witness with respect to the certified true copy that is different from what he identified earlier. To all his credibility as a witness in this case.
Thank you so much.
So we note the comments and observations of the counsel for the respondent. I got lost. So it's being reviewed and it's not yet been given to the witness, right?
Your Honor, may I just register our continuing objection?
So noted and so registered.
Thank you so much. Let me proceed.
Before we proceed, the presiding officer was not there during pre-trial. As manifested by the counsel for respondent, was there indeed such an agreement that the originals will be presented during the trial
Yes, Your Honor.
by both parties? Can the counsel for the prosecutors also confirm that?
Your Honor, please, we do not confirm. I conferred with my team, the team who actually participated in the bargaining for Article 4. Your Honor, please. Be that as it may, Your Honor, please, we would like to put into record certain realities of the law. A photocopy is now considered as an original. 2019 amendments in the Rules and Evidence. Number 2, Your Honor, please. This is the person who authenticated the documents. So there's no other person who is competent to testify as to the veracity of those documents other than the witness.
Your Honor,
please.
that's only a
So you do not
conclusion, Your
confirm.
Honor.
No,
You
Your
do
Honor,
not
please.
confirm such an agreement during pre-trial.
We do not confirm that, Your Honor. Please.
So, Chair would like to advise the parties. The court understands the exceptions to the original document rule and will so implement the rules in that regard. However, if it does not fall under the original document rule exceptions, then to save on the court's time, the party presenting the document should present the original during trial to obey what we are seeing now. Perhaps the next time you present a witness, counsel for the prosecutors and counsel for respondents.
We will, Your Honor. We appreciate that. Your Honor, please, we understand that would be for the next.
For the next one. Please
Thank
proceed.
you so much. Are we done now? We move, Your Honor, please. That
Your Honor, may
sorry.
may I request that he not also address me directly?
So ordered, so instructed. Kindly address all of your queries and statements to the presiding officer and use the third person when referring to your fellow counsel for the other party.
Much obliged, Your Honor, please. We move, Your Honor, please, that the marking in the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence that was previously identified by the witness in photocopy, the markings of the same be transposed, Your Honor, please, to the documents that this witness is being confronted with at present, Your Honor, please.
We object to this, Your Honor. This is precisely our earlier just the objection. They're marking a new document. That's why they're asking that it be marked again, which defeats the very purpose of our pretrial.
If I may reply, Your Honor, please. So
Your Honor,
can I continue?
Kindly
I wasn't
allow the
done.
counsel for the prosecution to speak.
So the hearing will proceed, Your Honor, please. I will withdraw that motion. We will stand by the presentation, the photocopy allowed by the rules and identified by the witness who actually executed the affidavit. May proceed, Your Honor, please.
I have the satisfied counsel for respondent. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Witness, on page 3 sa pahinang number 3 of the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence, may makikitang isang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalan Agent John Mark Calidog. Now, yung tanong, pirma ba ito kung alam mo?
Pirma ko po, sir.
Now, sa page 4 ng nasabing affidavit of authentication of digital evidence, may makikita din na isang pirma, okay, sa ibabaw ng pangalang Attorney Jeremy C. Lotok. Now, kaninong pirma ito kung alam mo?
Pirma po ni Atty. Lotok.
Now, how do you know that it is the signature of Attorney Lotok?
Nakita ko pong pinirmahan niya yung document. May mga document po ko na nakita at enacted upon na bearing signature, kaya pamilyar po ako.
Thank you so much. Your Honor, please, we proceed. Mr. Witness, now, what action did you perform, if any, after you authenticated the subject video in relation to the investigation you conducted on the statements of the Vice Presidents?
I first saved the video on my laptop and saved a copy of the video on a DVD and a flash drive.
Okay, now, you mentioned that you saved a copy in a flash drive. Mr. Witness, kung yung flash drive ipapakita sa iyo, will you be able to identify the same?
Objection,
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor. We object.
What is the objection of the counsel for
The
respondent?
document identified by the prosecuted by the witness was the photocopy, and the appended, there's no flash drive, CD, or anything appended upon that. So there's nothing, no foundation for this question.
I have to reply to that, Your Honor, please. This is a
By counsel for the prosecution.
This is a non-issue. I asked the witness, what did he do after saving the video? And he said he saved it in a flash drive without referring to any document attached to the affidavit of authentication. Basis is laid, Your Honor, please. This is a non-issue. we may proceed, Your Honor, please.
Your
Besides,
Honor,
counsel,
may I
counsel
respond?
for the respondent. This is not a surprise. This was flash drives. Several flash drives were pre-marked during the pre-trial.
Your Honor, may I reply first before?
I believe 7 on the part of the prosecution and several on the part of the respondent too. But you may proceed, sir.
Your Honor, that is not my objection. My objection is the very basis upon which the witness introduced this flash drive was the affidavit. The affidavit. And there was no affidavit upon there was no attachment upon the affidavit which they introduced. So the very questions that he has do not have any foundation.
Can I
Counsel
please?
for the prosecution,
Your Honor,
before
please.
the presiding officer makes a ruling.
Ako'y magiging na parang sirang ano. I just said that this witness said that he saved a copy of that video in a flash drive. So the logical question now is to ask him if this flash drive is presented to him, is he able to explain and or identify the same? I don't see any proper basis for an objection to that, Your Honor, please.
Presiding officer will make a ruling. Objection is overruled. The prosecution, counsel for prosecution, is trying to comply with the requirements enunciated by the Supreme Court insofar as such pieces of evidence is concerned. Number 1, establishing its origin. Number 2, to trace the chain of custody insofar as the transfer to a storage device is concerned. And finally, how it reached this court. So the objection is overruled.
Thank you so
Witness
much,
may answer.
Your Honor, please. Now, Mr. Witness, Attorney Pagalion, please confront the witness with the flash drive. Mr. Witness, I'm now showing a flash drive that is previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-10A, containing the subject video that is previously marked as Exhibit P-4-10 for the prosecution. Question: what relation, if any, does this flash drive have with the one you mentioned?
Init.
May I know if this was appended upon any
Counsel
document?
for respondent is recognized.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I know if this was appended upon any document?
Counsel for the prosecution will please reply.
Your Honor, please,
The answer is no, I presume.
no.
The basis, if at all, counsel for the respondent is the testimony of the witness. When asked, again, to establish not only the origin, but also how he transferred it to a storage device, and if at all, how it reached this court. So, Chair replies, and if that is an objection, overrules the same. Witness may answer.
Permission to answer the flash drive.
You may do so, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the witness manifestation is now in the process of unsealing the object evidence.
Witness will please answer.
This is the flash drive where I saved the recording, sir.
Now, Your Honor, please, at this juncture, we are about to confront the witness with the video contained in the flash drive.
Your Honor.
And
Kindly let the counsel for the prosecution finish.
Yes, Your Honor.
thank you so much. And in the interest of time, Your Honor, please, we move that we allow Attorney Pagalion to transport himself to the technical booth to facilitate, Your Honor, please, the playing of the video when the time comes.
Counsel for respondent.
Your Honor, may we know how long the video is?
We will arrive to that, Your Honor, please.
I'm also curious, how long
Alright,
is
now.
this going for us to know? How long is this particular video? Namely, Exhibit P, Roman numeral number 4, 10A.
Your
How
Honor,
many
please.
minutes or seconds would this be?
Exactly, the video is 2 hours and 26 minutes and 10 seconds. But wait, Your Honor, please. We will aid the court in this regard. We will not be showing the entire 2-hour video, Your Honor, please. We will be presenting the relevant portions of the video, Your Honor, please, sanctioned by the rules and subject to the defense doing whatever they want with the remainder of the video, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor,
So what will you play exactly, counsel?
Your
How
Honor,
many
please.
minutes or seconds?
We counted it's 2 minutes and exactly 18 seconds, Your Honor, please. 2 minutes and 18 seconds of a 2-hour, 26-minute and 10-second video, Your Honor, please.
Your
What does
Honor,
counsel for respondent say?
we object. Based on Your Honor, based on the rules, part of a video documentary must be presented, Your Honor.
Come again.
I'm sorry, counsel?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, counsel? I did not get what you
Hold
said.
on, Your Honor. Your Honor, under Rule 132, when part of a transaction, writing, or record given in evidence, the remainder must be shown. When part of an act, declaration, conversation, writing, or record is given in evidence by one party, the whole of the same subject may be inquired into. And when a detached act, declaration, conversation, writing, or record is given in evidence, any other act, declaration, conversation, or record necessary to its understanding must be given into evidence. Your Honor, we request that the entire video be played.
Your Honor, can I respond to that, Your Honor, please? Can I respond to that?
What does the counsel for the prosecution say before the chair makes a ruling?
Your Honor, please, we don't want to put the defense on the spot, but that is a misreading of the rules. Your Honor, please, counsel cited Rule 132, Section 17. With all respect to the defense, that doesn't serve your interest. It serves the interest of the prosecution. May I explain? Reason. If we read Section 17 of Rule 132, it says, when part of transaction, writing, or record given in evidence, the remainder is admissible. When parts of an act, declaration, conversation, writing, or record, when part is given by one party, and in this case, that is the prosecution, the whole of the same may be inquired into by the other side. Meaning, it's simple. This rule, Section 17, Rule 132, allows exactly the prosecution to present a 2-minute portion of a 2-hour video subject to the defense, the presentation of the remainder of the same. Be that as it may, Your Honor, please, the rules are clear. Number 2, we invoke, Your Honor, please, the ruling that it is for the prosecution to decide what to present, when to present, how to present, and whether to present at all. Be that as it may, Your Honor, please, the defense will not present this exactly because when the time comes for the defense to present their evidence, they can present the remainder of that 2-hour video. What we are saying, Your Honor, please, for the interest of time, for the prosecution's presentation of evidence, we did that's only a 2-minute portion of that 2-hour video is relevant at this point in time. Your Honor, please, we move for a ruling.
Your Honor, if I
May
may
sahod ka ba?
respond.
May
As the
allowance ka
last
pa ron?
response,
Your Honor,
respondent.
the prosecution cannot be allowed to present a small,
Ano
a
ba?
truncated part of a whole 2-hour,
Pinalit niya
26
yung motor niya.
minute
Pinalit niya.
video. That will not provide the context necessary for the understanding of what occurred during that night on November 23, and also not
Saan ka?
allow the proper identification of by this witness.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I will not even reply to that one, please.
Chair would like to ask, who did the edit? From the, how many hours? 2 hours?
No. Your Honor, please, if I make
From
an
the
reply to
total,
that.
who did the edit? Did the witness, was the
Galing.
witness the one who did the edit? Or was it already in the prosecution?
Your Honor, there is no editing done. There's no editing done.
Walang kaya eh.
Who got that shorter portion?
No, Your Honor, please. What we are presenting are portions of the entire 2-hour video. And this witness, I think, will be able to identify the specific timestamps of that preserved, not edited portion. If I may repeat you all of this, we are not presenting any edited portions, but only snippets, portions of that 2-hour video. And this witness, I suppose, will be able to identify which specific portions that he would like the court to
So
view
when
at
it
this
is
point.
shown, the witness will testify and attest to the portion of the entire video that it was found insofar as the timestamp is concerned.
Yes, Your Honor, please.
But as evidence at the proper time, you will be offering this entire
Yes.
2-hour or so video
Yes, Your Honor, please.
and simply highlighting
Yes.
the 2 or so minutes. Would that be correct?
That's a very keen observation. Agree 100%, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, the prosecution cannot be allowed to do this because the entire video will show the context upon which these utterances were made.
That is a matter for the counsel for respondent to do and present during their time because I believe the counsel for respondent also identified and marked, if I'm not mistaken, the same video for over 2.5 hours. It can do so during its time to present its evidence in chief.
Thank you.
The objection is overruled. Counsel is instructed to go to the booth accompanied by a counsel from the respondent in order to make sure that indeed the USB identified by the witness is the same USB that will be played in the tech booth of the Senate.
Okay. While they're doing that, may I propound the next question, Your Honor, please?
Yes, counsel, you may proceed.
Mr. Witness, John Mark, listen. Now, you mentioned kanina that you authenticated the subject video by recording the same through sinasabi mo open broadcaster software OBS, and then you compared the contents of the recording and the subject video. That's one. And you also said that you investigated certain statements made by the Vice Presidents on November 23, 2024. Yung tanong, no? What particular statements of the Vice President did the NBI deem proper to investigate?
The statement of the Vice President where she uttered that she already talked to someone to kill the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker of the House if something's happened.
Okay, now, the next question now, Mr. Witness, is in what particular portion of the subject video, did the respondent utter that she already contracted a person to kill?
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh, wait.
Allow the counsel to finish his question.
Done. Relax. To kill the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker of the House.
Objection, Your Honor.
What?
What is the objection of counsel for respondent?
Your Honor, no basis for the question, Your Honor.
Overruled. Witness may answer.
May I refer, sir, to my notes to identify the specific timestamp, sir?
Okay.
So
So,
witness may do so if it is available to him. You may refer to your notes. While he's doing that, while the witness
Your
is
Honor, may
doing that, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
Your Honor, may I question what notes he is referring to?
Counsel for respondent,
Apologies, Your Honor.
presiding officer recognized Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. You may proceed, sir.
Just some thought, sir, this is not yet an appeal from your ruling and maybe a question to the counsel of the defense. Just to refresh our memory, Rule 132, Section 17. When part of a transaction, writing, or record given in evidence, the remainder admissible. When part of our act, declaration, conversation, writing, or record is given in evidence by one party, the whole of the same subject may be inquired into by the other. And when a detached act, declaration, conversation, writing, or record is given in evidence, any act, declaration, conversation, writing, or record necessary to its understanding may also be given in evidence. So I'm not appealing yet. I see the logic of the ruling of the presiding officer. Ito lang po ang tanong ko, is the defense going to ask later on for the showing of the whole video? Because if they are, why don't we just watch the whole of it? Because we're going to have to assess the context. If it was really a threat, what did she say before or after. And I don't really want to go home today believing one thing based on a 2-minute clip and then come back next week to watch the 2-hour clip. I think most of us saw parts of the clip. Of course, I don't also feel like watching the 2-hour, I don't even watch 2-hour movies, much less this. But I'm just putting this at the feet of the presiding officer and my colleagues na kung gagawin din naman natin eventually
Kailan ba pasok niyo?
yung 2.5 hours,
Ayan.
mas gusto ba natin
Pasok ka na?
muna ngayon at tayo and then later on the 2 hours, or can the two parties agree of the 2.5 hours which one yung may context? So I'm not criticizing the prosecution's motion. I see what you mean. May I ask that one question to the defense if they're going to ask presiding officer?
For the presiding officer, we cannot dictate nor predict what either counsel for the prosecution or respondent after the presentation of their evidence in chief. Even if they say yes to us now, actually they have every right to change their mind and
Your Honor,
so anymore.
but if they do answer now that they want it shown, may we consider, I mean, if I'm the only one who wants to see it as a whole, then I will submit to everyone else. But if everyone else is saying we will eventually watch the whole of it, we might as well get it over and see the context of the whole video. Unless the two parties can agree that they only want to look at 30 minutes or 1 hour. I don't know what context they're talking about. I'm just trying to expedite
Both
presiding
parties,
officer.
Senator Judge Alan Cayetano, marked the same video,
Yes, may I ask
which is over 2 hours.
may I just ask the defense, do they plan to ask us to watch the whole?
Counsel for Defense will please reply to the question of
Yes, sir.
Senator Judge Cayetano.
First, Your Honor, precisely why we're asking to watch the video is because we don't know what the contents of that video is. We don't know if it's any different or the same with our video. And to answer the question of the Honorable Senator, yes, we will be asking the entire 2-hour, 26-minute video to be presented and watched later on during our process.
So on that point, Mr. President and Presiding Officer, hindi naman nakalagay sa Section 17 when, and usually, at least for myself, if I have to watch 30 minutes and then may emphasize na 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 1 minute, pinapanood mo na yung buo and then saka papanoorin yung maikli na ine-emphasize para walang prejudgment. Kasi pag nauna yung portions na maliliit and then saka mo lang sasabihin later on, eto pala context nito, medyo umiiba. But again, no, I'm only one of the 24, so I leave it to my colleagues. We're going to have to watch it anyway. May I ask the presiding officer what the pleasure is? But since the rule doesn't say, personally, I'd rather watch the whole thing and get it over with, then allow the prosecution to pick out the portions that quickly say that goes into the center of the controversy or what they want to prove.
Without disagreeing with Senator Judge Cayetano, for the presiding officer, it's just that I don't think the court should impose or dictate upon either party how they will present their evidence in chief. Although it would save the court some time if they, but we can also waste a lot of time arguing about this instead of listening, watching the 2-minute video.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I'm not saying we dictate because there was an objective you rule. You can change your ruling or we can appeal. But I'm saying I'm just one. So if everyone agrees na portion muna, I will submit to that. But if everyone else thinks na panoorin na yung buo, then baka we can, I can appeal your ruling without voting. So I'm just bringing up this issue for expediency, but I leave it up to what everyone else thinks about.
Your Honor, if I may, we also move for the reconsideration of the earlier ruling of the Honorable Court.
Council cannot move for reconsideration of the ruling of the chair. Only Senator Judge.
Your Honor,
to
may we
counsel.
manifest that we would intend to present the whole during cross-examination, Your Honor.
Presiding officer declares a brief recess.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Tapos na. Kontra, yan. Naka-break. Suspended. Suspended. Break time, coffee break. Coffee break sila. Ano ba?
May I invite the counsel for the parties to kindly situate themselves in their respective tables, as well as the senator judges, as we will resume in a minute. During the break, the presiding officer had a discussion with the senator judges, including Senator Cayetano. The presiding officer would therefore like to make of record the following. Number one, should the counsel for the respondent rather, decide, as it has manifested, to present the entire video, this court shall allow it during the time for the respondent to present its evidence in chief. We will not interfere with how each party or either party presents their case, with a caveat that a portion of an entire video being presented is not only to save on time, but also to be able to support the allegations from the point of view of the prosecution insofar as their articles of impeachment is concerned. No need to say that the counsel for the respondent will also present the evidence that they deem best that will prove the innocence of the respondent in this case. Senator Judge Cayetano. The mic, please, of Senator Judge Cayetano.
Sir Presiding Officer, I submit and I think there's a consensus. May I ask just one question about authentication? I
You may
just want
proceed,
to
sir.
clarify with my indulgence in the prosecution and defense. Just to the witness, please correct me kasi hindi ako techie talaga dyan. So sabi mo, pag ino-authenticate mo, you get the video tapos may hash.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you get the hash tapos you download the video. Tama po ba?
No, Your Honor. The video was screen recorded, Your Honor.
Okay, so screen recorded, then yung hash na nakuha mo.
Yung hash value po is kinalculate from the recorded po.
Okay, then you have to compare that with the original one, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, the original one, yung hash niya, nasa Facebook, tama ba?
Yung hash po, hindi po kinalculate yung hash from the Facebook. Kasi ang purpose po ng hash value is to calculate po yung value ng mismong video na ni-record ko. Dahil hindi po siya yung for authentication purpose, but for the integrity of the video that I screen recorded na if matampered siya during the time na sinabit siya at presented in court, makikita po na iba po yung hash value.
So, is there a possibility na iba yung hash ng Facebook for the same video sa hash nung sa'yo?
Magkaiba po talaga yun.
Magkaiba. But how do you know it's, when you authenticate it, how do you know it's the same video?
I manually compared, Your Honor.
Manually compared.
Yes, Your Honor.
But we don't know that unless we also manually compare.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I just want to clarify that and think about it more.
Noted and entered into the records. What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Villanueva?
Mr. Presiding Officer, in relation to what Senator Judge Alan Cayetano mentioned, may I just be allowed to ask a clarificatory question in relation to that particular
Senator
matter?
Judge Villanueva may do so. Yes, you
Thank you, Mr. Witness. I was listening attentively earlier, and you made mention that the live stream video was recorded using Open Broadcaster Software or OBS. Just for the benefit of the court to briefly explain what OBS is and how it was used in the course of your investigation?
It's open source na software na pwede po i-access na kahit sino.
So it's
And
generally available to the
yes
public.
po. And ang purpose po niya is may two function siya is live stream and screen recording po.
And stream recording.
Screen recording
No,
yun.
could you explain the capabilities nitong OBS as well as any considerations that investigators take into account pag ginagamit po itong recordings generated through this particular software as part of your investigation?
Yung OBS po, capable po siya i-screen record kung ano po yung nakikita sa screen. After po nun, makakapag-generate po siya ng output. Yung output po na yun, yung minamanually convert ko with the live stream video, Your Honor.
To authenticate.
Yes po.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Noted and entered into the records. What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo?
Mr. Presiding Judge, just a statement.
The gentleman may proceed.
In Rule 132, Section 17, it is not mandated that the whole record be shown to the court. The video being shown in open court, with it being in evidence, is completely different. That's all, Mr. President.
Noted and entered into the records. What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Pangilinan?
Yes, Mr. President, just one or two quick questions to
The gentleman may proceed. With this, will please answer the questions of Senator Judge Pangilinan. He has 2 minutes.
Mr. Carilong, ikaw nabanggit mo kanina na nag-training ka.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi lang dalawang linggong training lamang ang nakuha mo, tama ba yun?
2 linggo on the start, pero during the tinitrain po ako ng chief ko. During the
So,
process.
continuing training.
Yes po, kasi nagpe-present po ako sa
At saan yung training? Na
Yung-
sinabi mong 2 linggo, nabanggit mo ba?
sa office namin siya ginawa, pero ang nag-handle is Maxford po.
Ano
Tsura
yung
na
Max?
ito ni Kiko.
Maxford
Mukhang
Interventures.
Ano nga yun?
Provider po namin ng forensic softwares.
Nagkumpanya siya
Yes po.
ng computer
Ng mga pang-forensic po.
forensic. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
may nga.
Counsel for prosecutor will please proceed.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to speak? It's one of
Alam mo, hindi
mahimo
marunong.
ba kita magpadayon? In Tagalog it means in English. Can we proceed?
Counsel may proceed.
Thank you so much, Bishop Witness. Now, in what particular portion of the subject video did the respondent utter that she already contracted a person to kill the president, the first lady, and the former speaker of the House of Representatives?
Are you done?
Objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
Kindly state objection, counsel for response.
Your Honor, the question is misleading. There was no mention anywhere before that the video mentioned that the killing of
Abogado,
the
abogado
president.
ito.
Yeah, there's no mention in any testimony earlier. There's no mention that video.
Your Honor, again, with all respect, the records will bear me out. Cases have been more than complied with. This witness mentioned many times over that the subject of the investigation is the statement of the Vice President that she already contracted a person to kill the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker. There's no basis for the objection, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, may I ask for a readback? He was the only party who said that, Your Honor, not
Kindly use the third party in referring to opposing counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor,
May I ask Your Honor for a
Let the counsel for defense finish his statement.
may I ask Your Honor for a reading of the transcript, as the witness, to my recollection, never mentioned that the Vice President did those things.
all right. If I may, Your Honor, please,
Counsel, kindly lay the basis.
yes, Your Honor, please. Now, Mr. Witness, you said that your office, the NBI, conducted an investigation for a statement made by the Vice President noong Nobyembre 23, taong 2024. Naalala mo yun?
Objection, Your Honor.
What is the basis of the objection?
Your Honor, it's leading.
Your Honor, please, if I may, Your Honor,
Do
please.
you remember? Leading, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor, please, I'm just giving in to what the defense wants. The record will bear me out. This witness mentioned so many times over that he investigated the statement that the Vice President uttering that she already contracted a person, the whole nation is listening.
The chair will
Your
make
Honor,
a ruling.
so many
The
words
objection-
leading.
The chair will make a ruling. The objection is overruled. Earlier, chair noted, I have it in my notes, that the question was propounded by counsel with respect to the 11/23/24 incident that was the subject matter of a digital forensic examination by the witness pertaining to the former Vice President. That was the instance, if the counsel will recall, that counsel for the prosecutors asked the witness if he knew who the Vice President was. So the objection is overruled. Witness may answer.
Your Honor, may I state for the record, my objection is on the part of the question where he said that the Vice President hired someone to kill the President, the First Lady, and the Speaker of the House, not on the identification of the Vice President.
Noted. Court already made a ruling. Witness will answer.
Mr. Witness, naalala mo ba yung tanong?
You can repeat the question.
Okay, now.
Kindly repeat the question, counsel.
In what particular portion of the subject video in that online media conference of the Vice President did she utter that she already contracted a person to kill the President, the First Lady, the former Speaker? In what portion?
Objection, Your Honor.
What is the objection?
Your Honor, this honorable court already ruled on this question. The discussion later on was on the leading question made by the prosecutor. If you recall, Your Honor, this honorable court said, prosecutor, please lay the foundation, the basis for your question.
Your Honor, please, if I may respond.
The presiding officer will ask the witness. Mr. Witness, out of the 2 or more so hours of video that you downloaded, do you know if at all the timestamp that pertains to any statements made by the Vice President pertaining to any of the allegations in the articles of impeachment, particularly Article 4, the subject matter of this case, in relation to alleged threats made by her in that video?
Yes, Your Honor, but may I refer to my investigator's note, Your Honor?
You may do so. Senator Cayetano,
Presiding officer.
Alan Cayetano, sorry.
May I know from the records, is this the first time that the witness mentioned that the Vice President uttered threats against the President, the former
Wala
Speaker,
na naman.
First Lady?
Your Honor, if I may,
Meaning.
there was
Because if
no
it's the-
mention at all.
Yes.
Apologies.
No, because if it's the first time, precisely the rule says that
I-
you cannot allow leading questions. Whether it's from the judges, whether it's from the presiding officer, or from the defense, or the... So meaning, you lay the basis. Simply, you ask him ano yung laman ng video. Pag binanggit na niya na may ganito sa laman ng video, then you can ask him na directly what part. So, all of us want to expedite it, but let's follow the rules. So that's why I'm asking, does this witness this afternoon, I missed a portion because I have a headache and I had to eat before I took medicine, but I was watching sa TV. But hindi ko pa narinig na sinabi niya to. Kasi kung hindi pa niya sinabi, Mr. Presiding Officer, can we just follow the rules and just lay the basis? Ask him kung ano laman ng video, let him testify, tapos pag binanggit niya, then you can ask him, hindi na siya leading. But we shouldn't really ask leading questions because we'll violate the rules. So excuse me, but I'll just be very particular when it comes to the rules. it's not against any group.
Senator Judge Cayetano, it will take some time before we can quote-unquote appeal to the records. I'm trying to have him get it. But in lieu of that, that's why the chair tried to intervene. Can counsel kindly lay the basis for the witness to be able to identify the timestamp portions of the 2-hour video?
All right, no.
Counsel for the prosecutors may proceed.
Mr. Witness, you said that your office conducted an investigation on the statement made by the Vice President dated November 23, 2024, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading. Your Honor, he's not on direct.
Overruled. Witness may answer.
Yes, sir.
Now, ano ba exactly yung sinabi ng Vice President nung araw na yan, November 23, 2024?
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, I'm not yet done.
Your Honor, the pauses of the prosecution are very
Kindly
confusing.
let the counsel for the prosecutors finish his question
Precisely,
before you
Your Honor.
object.
May I ask also may I ask, instead of this, Your Honor, may I ask that the Honorable Court direct the witness to allow me to object before answering? Because precisely the questioning of the prosecutor allowed is there are many pauses, which it's confusing if he's done or not.
Counsel, witness even on occasion forgot what the question was because he did not respond to the question of the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor, so I just...
Court will make sure of that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So kindly finish your question and want to state again, counsel for the prosecutors.
Maybe it's the tone. I'll be quick. What particular statements of the Vice President on that day did you investigate?
Objection, Your Honor.
Counsel for respondent, a bit of patience. Let the counsel finish. I don't think it's finished.
The question is that, what particular statement on that day did you investigate? How is that leading?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Okay,
Not
Your
leading.
Your Honor, please. Can I
didn't say
that,
leading.
Your Honor, please? Can I?
What was
Whether-
counsel, what's the basis of the objection?
Vague.
All right. I will
It's a 2
indulge.
hour
Your Honor, please.
36
I will indulge, Your Honor,
video, Your
please.
Honor.
I will indulge. I will add these two phrases. It will never be done. Now, Mr. Witness, what statement did the Vice President utter on that day,
Yes.
if any?
Your Honor, same objection. There's a 2 hour 26 minute. What?
Let the witness answer.
Counsel, this 2-hour and so minute video was done on the same day.
Correct, Your Honor, but the question must be given with particularity.
If the witness knows, witness may answer. Witness will please answer.
Can I refer for my notes to identify the exact statement because I might said a statement that is not part of the actual statement.
Presiding officer will allow the witness to refer to his notes to refresh his memory. Go ahead, Mr. Witness.
The specific statement, quote and quote, yes, huwag kang mag-alala ma'am sa security ko kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Araneta at si Martin Romualdez. No joke, no joke. Nagbilin na ako ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag kang tumigil hanggang di mo sila mapatay. Hanggang di mo sila mapatay sila. And then he said yes.
Pasok kayo.
Please proceed, counsel.
Thank you. Now, in what particular portion of that video recording that you authenticated of that online media briefing on November 23, 2024, did the Vice President utter those words?
If I may, sir, I think we should include the question first. It starts at 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1 hour 17 minutes and 18 seconds, sir.
Your Honor, so the witness manifested as an answer to the question what portion he said, timestamps 1 hour 15 minutes 0 second to to 1 hour, 17 minutes, 18 seconds, and we computed, Your Honor, please, it's a 2-minute, 18-second portion of that video. At this juncture, Your Honor, please, bases have been laid, the nation can finally see it, the court will do, we move. That's 2-minute and 18-second portion of that video be presented at this juncture, Your Honor, please.
The Secretariat is instructed to play the USB given to the tech behind that was observed and witnessed by both counsels for the parties. Sorry. Kindly play the video.
Vice President, thank you so much nga po pala sa dala niyong kopya nung hearing na pumunta kayo for BRRD. Kami yung nasa likod niyo po, yung tinawag nilang bastos kasi pumalaki. Congresswoman.
Kindly pause it. Kindly pause it. Ganyan ba talaga?
Your Honor, please, the witness said that he would like to include that question propounded to the Vice
Okay lang.
President.
So, ganyan nga, hindi nalalakihan yan. Ganyan talaga? Or it will get bigger? Okay, please proceed.
Thank you ma'am, nakakain kami. Ako po ay natatakot kumain ng pagkain doon baka mamaya. Ma'am, mag-iingat po kayo. Nasa teritoryo po kayo ng kalaban. Nag-aalala po kami para.
Ma'am, kasi sila naman ako na eh. Sila talaga yung bastos eh. You read what you saw.
Yeah. Mag-ingat po kayo kasi sa dinami-rami po ng inyong mga pasabog ngayong it seems like marami po talaga kayong alam about them, no? Dahil sa pagkakasama niyo sa kanila during the campaign and during the 2020 elections. Baka po mamaya kasi totoo yung mga naririnig namin or yung, I don't know if it's true, na meron daw silang Operation Romanovs and baka pala kayong ubusin ang inyong pamilya dahil hadlang kayo sa kanilang mga bala in the future. So mag-iingat po kayo. Kami po kasi kami ng EDSA Friday Group, kami yung bumababa every Friday dyan sa EDSA because we believe yan yung tamang venue sa dinami-rami na ng problema natin. Ang kaya lang naman po namin gawin ay manawagan na bumaba na yan. Eh ano po kaya ang remedy naman yung mga nasa posisyon o ng mga kayang labanan itong napakarami na pong ginagawang korupsyon at krimen laban sa taong bayan. Ano po ang pwede nyo maging remedy para matapos na ito? Lalo't nagsisigaw na po ang taong bayan na mag-people forward.
Yes. Huwag kang mag-alala ma'am sa security ko. Kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Araneta, at si Martin Gomales. No joke. No joke. Nagbilin na ako, ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag ka tumigil na hanggang hindi mo mapatay sila.
Pero nabasa yung chat mo.
And then he said, yes.
Ay, di ka lang na-reply. Ano ba sabi mo doon?
That's the end of that 2-minute and 18-second portion of the video, Your Honor. Pwede ba kita magpadayon? Can we continue?
Counsel may continue, may proceed.
Now, Mr. Witness, what relation, if any, does that video that you viewed with the video you mentioned earlier, the Vice President uttering that statement?
It is the portion of the video that I authenticated, sir.
Let's continue. What happened next, Mr. Witness, kung meron man, after mong ma-authenticate yung subject video na yan?
Our team conducted an open source investigation to identify previous statement of the Vice President that had similarities to the November 23, 2024 videos.
Okay. Now, sinabi mo that your team conducted yung tinatawag mo open source investigation for any prior statements made by the Vice President against President Marcos Jr. and his family members. Yung tanong nga, ba't kailangan pa mag-conduct ng open source investigation for any prior statements na ginawa kung meron man ng Vice President against laban kay President Marcos Jr. at saka yung pamilya niya?
as part of our standard procedure, sir, kailangan namin makita yung full context kung bakit ito nagsimula. Kaya nag-create kami ng mga prior statement with the Vice President at Mr. President.
Alright, now, ano ba yung naging resulta kung meron man sa naging open source investigation nyo, Mr. Witness?
We identified a video October 18, 2024, an online press conference held by the Office of the Vice President.
Now, ano ba yung nakita nyo kung meron man sa naging press conference ng Vice President on October 18, 2024?
Pasok, tawagin ko siya.
There were similar statements uttered by the Vice President against the President.
So sinasabi mo na on that October 18, 2024 press conference, may mga nasabi din na mga statements yung Vice Presidente laban sa President. Yung ba sinasabi mo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Now, yung tanong is, ano ba yung naging mga parehong statements ng Vice President sa araw na yan, October 18, 2024?
To exact statement may I refer to my investigator's notes.
Move, Your Honor, that this witness be allowed to peruse his notes to answer the question as to ano ba yung naging exact statement ng Vice President on October 18, 2024, Your Honor, please.
Witness may confer with his notes.
Pasok bago na dyan siguro.
Quote and quote. Gusto ko tanggalin yung ulo niya ba? I just imagine myself cutting his head.
Wait, so sinabi ng Vice President, gusto kong tanggalin ng ulo niya. I imagine myself cutting his head. Now, ano pa yung naging statement kung meron pa?
So doon na-realize ko, toxic na, di ba? Ganyan na yung imagination mo. Sinasakal mo na yung tao. And then, I said this is over.
Alright, kung meron pa, ano pa yung naging statement ng Vice President sa araw na yan?
Hindi marunong maging presidente ang nakaupo. Kasalanan ko ba yun?
Kung meron pa, ano pa yung naging statement ng Vice Presidente sa araw na yan?
Hindi ko alam. Pero isang beses, sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Ivy. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung hindi kayo tumigil, huhukayin ko yung tatay niyo, itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea.
Takot. Takot naman yan.
Or please, there's a manifestation that the Senator Tito Soto, he did not hear the last statement.
No such manifestation was served by the presiding officer. Council may continue. Please proceed.
Thank you so much.
Kindly stated for the record, Senator Judge Soto, apologies from the presiding
Thank you.
officer.
I did not get the exact words that were uttered during the last statement.
Will the witness kindly repeat his answer to the last question propounded by counsel for the prosecutors?
Yes, Your Honor. Hindi ko alam. Pero isang beses, sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Amy. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung hindi kayo tumigil, uhukayin ko yung tatay nyo, itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea.
May proceed, Your Honor, please.
Counsel may proceed.
Ano pa yung naging mga statements kung meron pa ng Vice Presidente sa araw na yan?
Last statement, kung presidente nyo siya, okay lang. Ako hanggang vice president lang ako. Hanggang number 2 lang itong bansa na ito. Wala itong number 1 para sa akin.
Are these all the statements, Mr. Witness?
Yes, sir.
Now, proceed. Now, ano ba yung nangyari kung meron pa pagkatapos ma-discovery ng NBI yung mga naging statements ng Vice President nung araw na yan, October 18, 2024?
Like what we did to the main video, the November 23, I proceed to preserve and authenticate the October 18, 2024 videos.
Again, for ano ba yung ibig sabihin when you preserve the video?
It means that I make the necessary action to ensure that the evidence will be accessible at any time, sir.
Alright, now, ano ba yung ibig sabihin? After mo ma-authenticate yung video, ano bang ginawa mo kung meron pa?
I saved the video on my laptop and on a flash drive, sir.
Now, sinabi mo yung flash drive kung saan sinave mo yung mga video recording mo sa mga naging statements ng Vice Presidente sa araw na yan. Now, kung yung flash drive na yan, ipapakita sa iyo, ma-identify mo ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, please, we are now in the process of confronting this witness with a flash drive that is previously marked as Exhibit B 14-11, small letter A for the prosecution, containing the recording of the October 18, 2024 press conference of the Vice President identified by the witness that is previously marked as Exhibit B-4-11 for the prosecution.
Permission to unseal the flash drive.
You may do so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Manifestation, Your Honor, that the witness is in the process of checking the flash drive. Question, Mr. Witness, what relation, if any, does that flash drive have with the flash drive you mentioned?
This is the flash drive where I see the recording, sir.
Alright, now, okay, now, Mr. Witness, you mentioned earlier that you authenticated the subject video by recording the same through open broadcaster software, and then you compared the contents of the recording and subject video. And you also said that you found out that the respondent said, itong sinabi niya, gusto ko tanggalin yung ulo niya. At saka, I imagine myself cutting his head. Do you follow? Now, Mr. Witness, in what particular portion of that subject video did the Vice President utter, gusto kong tanggalin yung ulo niya, I imagine myself cutting his head?
Permission to refer back to my investigation, sir.
Witness may do so.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Counsel may do so.
For the first statement, timestamp 1 hour, 35 minutes, 57 seconds to 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 10 seconds. And on the part na I just imagine myself, 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 52 seconds to 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 58 seconds, sir.
Okay now? What about the statement that sinabi niya, so noon na-realize ko toxic na, di ba? Ganyan na yung imagination mo. Sinasakal mo na yung tao. And then I said, this is over. In what particular portion of the video did the Vice President utter that statement?
From the authenticated video, timestamp 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 32 seconds to 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 48 seconds, sir.
Okay, now, what about the statement, hindi marunong maging presidente ang nakaupo? Kasalanan ko ba yun? In what particular portion of the subject video did the Vice President utter that?
Timestamp 55 minutes, 26 seconds to timestamp 55 minutes and 37 seconds, sir.
Okay. Now, what about the statement that I quote, hindi ko alam, isang beses sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Amy Pag di tumigil, huhukayin ko ang tatay nyo at itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea. In what particular portion of the video did the Vice President utter those words?
Time stop 1 hour 11 minutes and 28 seconds to 1 hour 11 minutes and 42 seconds, sir.
And finally, as to the statements, I quote, kung presidente nyo kay siya, okay lang, ako hanggang vice president lang. Hanggang vice president lang ako. Hanggang number 2 lang itong bansang ito. Wala itong number 1 para sa akin. In what particular portion of that video did the vice president utter those words?
On time stop 1 hour 4 minutes and 2 seconds to 1 hour 4 minutes and 16 seconds.
Your Honor, this representation took notes of the timestamps. Your Honor, please. We now move we go to the next question. Now, Mr. Witness, I'm about to show you the specific portions of the recording of the October 18, 2024 press conference. Now, you tell us, after viewing these portions, what relations do they have with the subject video of that October 18, 2024 video that you identified, if any, okay? Now, Your Honor, we move that Attorney Stephen Magallon be allowed to proceed to the technical booth to bring the flash drive and for the Secretariat to play specific portions of the video identified by the witness.
Conditioned upon counsel being accompanied by a representative of the counsel for the respondent so that the exact same USB flash drive will be the one that will be played.
To guide the Secretariat, Your Honor, please, these are the timestamps that the prosecution would like to present. First, from 1 hour, 35 minutes to 57 seconds to 1 hour, 36 minutes and 10 seconds. That's the first video. And the second video is from 1 hour, 36 minutes, 52 seconds to 1 hour, 36 minutes and 58 seconds. So move, Your Honor, please.
Secretariat is instructed to kindly play the video in the presence of both counsels for the parties.
Tulo ba? Sa Maangge? Gilid? Ano susunod si dyan baka lumabas. Yan Aloy.
Gusto ko, tignan mo yung ulo niya ba? I realized,
Ha?
And the second video, please. Timestamps 1 hour 36 seconds to 36 minutes to 52 seconds, 1 hour 36 minutes and 58 seconds, please. How is that?
cutting his head. Gusto ko, ganun din ang gusto ko.
Mr. Witness, you heard the Mr. Witness, you heard the Vice President mentioning cutting somebody else's head based on your investigation. Based on your investigation. Nire-refer ng Vice President na gusto niyang tanggalin.
The President, sir.
Ulo ng Presidente.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, you also mentioned timestamps 1 hour 38 minutes to 32 seconds and 1 hour 38 minutes to 48 seconds. May we have that specific portion be played?
So, na-realize ko, toxic na, di ba? Ganyan na yung imagination mo. Ang imagination mo, sinasakal mo na yung tao. And then I said, this is over.
Okay. Then what about from timestamps? 55 minutes, 26 seconds to 55 minutes, 37 seconds, please.
Elaborate po.
Hindi marunong maging presidente ang nakaupo. Kasalanan ko ba yun? Hindi. Ba sinasabi ng mga tao, kasalanan mo kasi hindi ka tumakbo, ikaw sana yung presidente, hindi siya. But then I said, maaga ako nagsabi na hindi ako tatakbo for president. May mga madaming mga.
Okay. Now, what about from timestamps 1 hour 11 seconds? 1 hour 11 minutes 28 seconds. 1 hour 11 minutes 42 seconds.
Hindi ko alam. Pero isang beses sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Amy. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung hindi kayo tumigil, pupukayin ko yung tatay ninyo. Itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea. Sinabihan ko si Senator Amy.
Thank you. What about from timestamps 1 hour 4 minutes to 02 seconds to 1 hour 04 minutes 16 seconds?
Ay hindi. Hindi ko na gusto. Kung presidente niyo siya, okay lang. Ako, hanggang vice president lang ako. Hanggang number 2 lang itong bansa na ito. Wala itong number 1 para sa akin. Yeah.
Okay. May proceed, Your Honor. Mr. Witness, what relation, if any, do these portions of that specific video have with the video you authenticated as to the press conference of the Vice President on October 18, 2023?
Those video presented were portions of the video that I recorded and authenticated, sir.
Thank you so much. Mr. Witness, ano ba yung nangyari kung meron ba after you authenticated, identified and authenticated the video ng Vice President on October 18, 2024?
We perform open source investigation to identify naman po yung mga naging responses ng iba't ibang tao in response to the statement of the Vice President po.
Ano ba yung naging resulta kung meron man sa naging open source investigation nyo?
We found that the President himself, the former Speaker of the House, and different governmental agencies made their statement po in response to the statement of the Vice President.
So yung Presidente, yung Speaker, former Speaker of the House, saka yung mga sinasabi ng mga governmental agencies nagbigay ng kanilang mga tugon sa mga nasabi ng Vice President. Now, ano ba yung mga governmental agencies nito that you are referring to, aside from the President and the former Speaker of the House of Representatives?
The Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, the National Security Council, and the Presidential Communication Officer.
Okay, now, nasabi mo na yung Presidente ay nag-issue ng kanyang statement in relation sa naging mga pahayag ng Vice President. Ano ba yung naging pruweba mo sa naging statement ng Presidente?
I have taken a screenshot of the statement of the President on the official webpage of the Presidential Communication Office. And I also have a video recording which I authenticated wherein the President made such a statement, sir.
Okay, so nasabi mo isang screenshot, saka isang authenticated recording ng Presidente. Now, let's go to that screenshot. Sino yung kumuha ng screenshot kung alam mo?
I did, sir, and I used my laptop.
Ginamit mo yung laptop mo. Ano ba yung ginawa mo kung meron man sa naging screenshot mo sa laptop mo?
I first saved an electronic copy po ng screenshot.
Now, saan na itong screenshot
Print ko po.
Ha?
Print ko po.
Print mo? Now, saan na yung printout ng screenshot na ito?
Sinabit ko po sa Committee on Justice of House of Representatives.
Now, kung yung printout
Nawalay
ng
ka
naging
ng
statement
minsan.
ng Presidente, sinabi mo, title, message by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is shown to you, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
I'm showing you now a printout of a screenshot of the statement from the President's title, quotes, message from President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and quotes, Your Honor, that is previously marked as Exhibit B-Roman numeral 4-12 for the prosecution through the website of the Presidential Communications Office. Now, question: what relation, if any, does this document have with the printout that you mentioned?
Your Honor, same objections to this printout. Yes.
May I know the
Your Honor, same objections. There is on the left, right bottom portion of the Annex B-U-12, 12A, and until 12B. There are marked certified true copies from the NBI signed Shafir D. dated 4/10/26.
The court made a previous ruling about this matter already, but the objection is duly noted.
Submit, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Witness, how faithful, please? How faithful, if at all, is this printout from the actual screenshots?
The printouts accurately reflects the screenshot, sir.
And how do you know that this printout accurately reflects the screenshots?
I compared the printouts with the screenshot and the web page wherein the message received and found that the contents are different, sir.
Now, you mentioned that an authenticated recording of the President making the statement. You mentioned that now. Yung question now is sino ba yung gumawa ng authentication na ito?
I did, sir.
Ano ba yung pruweba mo na ikaw talaga yung nag-authenticate ng video na ito?
It's part of the January 13th affidavit of authentication of digital evidence na in-identify ko po kanina.
Okay, Mr. Witness, ano bang ginawa mo kung meron man? Pagkatapos mo sinabi mong ni-record mo, saka in-authenticate mo yung video ng Presidente na nagbibigay ng statement niya.
Sinave ko po yung video sa laptop ko and sa flash drive.
Oh, na-mention mo yung flash drive. Now, kung yung flash drive ipapakita sa iyo, ma-identify mo ba yan?
Yes po.
Now, Your Honor, please, we're in the process of confronting this witness ng isang flash drive that is previously marked for the prosecution as Exhibit B-Roman numeral 4-13, small letter A.
Permission to conceal the flash drive, sir.
I bet
Witness may do so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Heren
Continuing manifestation that the flash drive contains the
Ronimo.
recording of the President making the statement that is previously marked as
Sergeant.
Exhibit B-Roman numeral 4-13 for the prosecution.
private kasi
This is the flash drive where I received the recording, sir.
Okay, now, move that we allow Attorney Stephen Magallaon to proceed to the technical booth to have the recording played, please. Be accompanied by the defense. One, two.
So ordered.
peace CFC.
natin itong mga nakarang araw. Nandiyan ang walang pakundangang pagmumura at ang pagbabanta ng planong ipapatay ang ilan sa atin. Kung ganun na lang kadali ang pagplano sa pagpatay ng isang presidente, paano pa kaya ang mga pagkaraniwan ng mamamayan? Ang ganyang kriminal na pagtatangka ay hindi dapat pinapalagpas. Yan ay aking papalagan. As a democratic country, we need to uphold the rule of law. Ako, bilang pinuno ng Executive Department at lahat ng mga nanunungkulan sa pamahalaan ay may sinumpaang tungkulin na tutugtin at pangangalagaan ang konstitusyon at ang ating mga batas. Kaya hindi tama ang pagpigil sa mga halal ng bayan sa paghahanap ng katotohanan. Hindi na sana hahantong sa ganitong drama kundo at sa House of Representatives. Ang katotohanan ay hindi dapat itokhang. Tapos na sana ang usapang ito kung totoo yan ay magsabi ng totoo at hindi hahadlangan. Imbis na diretsahang sagot, nililihis pa sa kwentong chicheria. Hangad ko na matuldukan na itong mga pangyayaring ito sa parang matiwasay at magdadala sa atin sa katotohanan. 12 taon din ako nanungkulan sa magkaparehong kamara ng Kongreso. Batid ko ang kapangyarihan iginawad sa kanila ng taong bayan at ng ating konstitusyon. Dahil dito, itinagalang ko ang kanilang gawa ng buong executive branch. Lahat ng mga ahensya ay hindi nakakaligtas at parating sumasailalim sa kanilang masusing pagsusuri. Bilang isang bansa, marami tayong mga paghamon na dapat harapin at mga suliraning dapat bigyan ng lunas. Sa kabila ng mga pambabatikos, natin ikokompromiso ang rule of law. Kailangan manaig ang batas sa anumang sitwasyon, sino man ang tamaan. Kaya hindi ko hahayaan magtagumpay ang hangarin ng iba na hatakin ang buong bansa sa burak ng politika. Galang natin ang proseso. Ito pa rin ang katiwala sa atin ng milyon-milyon na Pilipino. Magtrabaho po tayo sa ikauunlad ng Republika ng Pilipinas at para matamo ang Pilipinas.
Your Honor, the defense puts on record
Ano
that
pa
the
yun?
video was skipping and then portions where the president or who seemed to be the president was paused while audio was continuing playing.
So it's delayed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Noted.
Thank you. Mr. Witness, what relation, if any, does that video have of the president making the statement, if any, to the video of the president making the statement?
That is the video that I recorded and authenticated, sir.
All right, now proceed. You mentioned that the Presidential Communications Office or PCO also issued a statement. Ano yung pruweba mo na yung PCO nag-issue ng statement na iyan?
I have a screenshot of the webpage of the Presidential Communication Office wherein they considered the statement of the Vice President as an active threat.
As an active threat. Okay, now, sino yung kumuha ng screenshot na yan?
I did, sir, and I used my laptop.
Now, saan yung print out ng screenshot na yan?
Sinabit ko po sa Committee on Justice of House of Representatives.
Now, aming ipinapakita yung isang print out ng isang screenshot galing sa website ng PCO kung saan yung statement, makikita yung statements ng Vice President, sinasabi ng PCO, that's an active threat. Now, previously marked in Exhibit B, Roman numeral 414. May you peruse the same. And after perusing the same, the question, Mr. Calino, is what relation, if any, does this document have with the print that you mentioned? But you have to peruse the document first.
Di ba?
For the record again, Your Honor, the
Council may proceed.
Exhibit B-4-14 is a photocopy, and on the right bottom part, there is a stamp mark, certified true copy NBI signed Sapphira T, dated 4/10/26.
The observations and comments of the Respondents' Council should be noticed. Witness may answer.
Please peruse the document and answer the question, please.
This is the copy of the printouts that was submitted to the Committee on Justice, sir.
Thank so much. How faithful, if at all, is this printout from the actual screenshot you mentioned?
The printout accurately reflects the screenshot, sir.
And how do you know that the printout accurately reflects the screenshots?
I have compared the screenshot with the printout and the web page and found that the contents are identical.
Now, let's proceed. Mr. Witness, sinabi mo rin na yung former Speaker ng House of Representatives nagbigay rin ng statement sa mga pagbabanta ni VP Duterte sa isang video. Ano ba yung maging pruweba mo sa naging pahayag ng former Speaker ng House of Representatives?
I have a video of the statement of the former Speaker of the House of Representatives during the plenary session on November 25, 2024, which was published by ANC Digital.
Ang sinabi mo na authenticate mo yung video na yun. Ano ba yung naging pruweba mo na ikaw ay nag-authenticate sa video na iyan?
It's part of the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated January 13, 2025, which I identified earlier.
Now, ano ba yung ginawa mo kung meron man after you authenticated yung video ng former Speaker of the House of Representatives?
I saved a copy of the video on my laptop and a copy of the video on a DVD and a flash drive.
Now, sinabi mo, sinave mo sa isang flash drive. Kung yung flash drive na iyan ipapakita sa iyo, ma-identify ba mo ba yung flash drive na yan?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we're in the process of presenting to the witness yung isang flash drive that has been previously marked as Exhibit B, Roman numeral 4-15, subparagraph A, which contains the recording of the former Speaker's speech previously marked as Exhibit B, Roman numeral 4-15.
Permission to unsell the flash drive, sir.
Witness may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Manifestation, the witness is in the process of checking that flash drive.
H company.
This is the flash drive where I saved the recording, sir.
Mr. Witness, question. In what particular portion of that video did the former Speaker of the House give his response to the threats of the Vice President?
May I refer back to my notes?
Your Honor? Your Honor, please.
Hoy,
Please,
Ponyang.
request by the witness that he be allowed to refer to his notes.
Yes, the witness may refer to his notes to refresh his memory. What
Kunyang
is the
labas.
position of Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo?
Nagawa mo dyan.
Mr. Presiding Officer, just a clarificatory question. The witness here, for the record, mentioned that he was referring to notes. Kanina pa po ito. Could he please clarify what specific notes he was referring to? Who prepared those notes? When were they prepared? And were they made before, during, or after the events he had testified about? And also, these notes, nabigyan po ba ang defense ng Capitol? Was this submitted as part of the evidence also, Mr. Presiding Officer? Additionally, the question is, was he relying on these notes to refresh his recollection while giving his testimony today? So,
Witness will please answer the question of Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo.
This is my investigator's notes, which I made during the time of investigation, sir.
my next question would be, was this also presented? Since notes niyo po ito, pinagbabasihan niyo po yung mga testimonya niyo rito, sinabit niyo rin po ba ito as an evidence so that marirefer din po ang defense?
Yung content po ng affidavit, nung notes ko is nandun na po sa affidavit of investigation, sir.
Yung copy exactly ng
notes, no, sir.
Hindi nyo naibigay. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you, Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo.
And can I
Counsel for the prosecution.
Can I make a manifestation, Your Honor, please, that the witness referred to his notes when answering specific questions as to actual statements made by the Vice President and the others, number one, and number two, in referring to the actual timestamps of the video. For these specific reasons, the witness was referring to his notes. As to his answers for the other substantial questions, he was not referring to his notes, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, we move to strike the manifestation. He's already testifying on behalf of the witness.
Your Honor, we cannot move to strike a manifestation of counsel. The good counsel could do his own manifestation. That's not in the rules.
I would like the Honorable Court to rule, Your Honor.
Motion is denied. Let it stay and remain in the records in response to the query of also Senator Judge Ritobo. Senator Judge Risa Tiveros is recognized. I believe she was raising her hand. What is your pleasure?
Salamat po, Mr. Presiding Officer. Tig isang tanong lamang po para sa witness at para sa prosecution.
The lady may proceed. She has 2 minutes.
Salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer. Mr. Calilo, nung sinabi nyo na nag-conduct kayo ng open source intelligence pagkatapos yung ma-authenticate yung November 23, 2024 video, at nahanap ko yung video naman ng press conference dated October 18, 2024. Based na sabihin na yung mga statements sa
5 minutes.
October 18 press conference at ay halintulad sa November 23 video na may assassination threat. In other words po, ano pong napansin yung magkakapareho dun sa statements nung October 18 at nung November 23? O what do they have in common?
Both were, ang tinutukoy po, ang pinupunto po is yung president. And makikita mo doon na hindi na sila in good terms noong October 18 pa lang po.
Okay, so sa parehong video ng press conference at saka yung November video naman, yung dalawang elementong yun na hindi na sila magkakasundo at
Hindi na sila magkasundo and ang ina-address po ng parang pinapatukuyan po ng Vice President doon sa press conference is yung President po.
Presidente. Okay. And then, Mr. Presiding Officer, salamat din Mr. Calilo. Sa prosecution naman po, yung isang tanong ko at this point in time, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Hindi na pa.
Counsel, statements
Hindi na
are
pa.
that the Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one. Why are these acts impeachable?
So, there is an answer to the question, Your Honor, please. The prosecution is in the process of establishing that the Vice President should be impeached and he or she is impeached and be removed from office for contracting an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please. In as much as we understand that these statements may not actually 100% prove that she in fact contracted an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please. We are invoking, Your Honor, please, a rule in the rules on evidence that there could be statements, utterances of a person that may not be directly similar to what he or she did, but it could establish, Your Honor, please, what we call a specific intent, knowledge, identity, plan, system, and the like. Ibig sabihin po, pinapakita ng prosecution na yung mga nasabi ng Vice President sa gabing iyon, November 23, 2022, hindi po yan nag-iisang statement ng Vice President. Kung hindi, yun po yung culmination sa mga series of statements ng Vice President kung saan sinasabi niya talagang gusto niyang patayin yung Presidente, yung First Lady, tsaka yung former Speaker of the House. Your Honor, please, we invoke Rule 130, Your Honor, please, Section 35 of the Rules of Court. Etong mga statements na to, they prove one thing. Talagang may plano na. Talagang may system na, talagang may knowledge na yung Vice President sa anong gusto niyang gawin sa Pangulo. Gusto niyang puputan ng ulo, gusto niyang patayin. No less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines.
Ang tanong po ba dito ay kung may krimen o kung may kung ang asal ay karapat-dapat sa Vice Presidente?
We are able to answer two questions, Your Honor, please. The charges against the Vice President ay yung pag-betray ng public trust, Your Honor, please. That is also, Your Honor, please, a culpable violation of the Constitution. Now, yung usapin, was that a criminal act? Yes. Your Honor, please. Kaya nga, yung NBI, through this witness, will prove na nag-file na ng kaso yung NBI against the Vice President exactly sa mga naging pagbabanta niya. But you know, Your Honor, I'm a lawyer, but I'm willing to take off yung room ko as a lawyer
Yung ka.
and answer the question directly. Mga kababayan, kailan ba naging normal?
Your Honor, this is no longer answering the question. The objector
The chair will make an extra ruling. Kindly let the gentleman finish because it's a
Gonna
senator
pay
judge.
a lot soon, alive with a son. No, but she's having
Kailan ba nangyari sa kasaysayan ng Republika ng
I'm gonna really. Ilan ang baby mo?
Ngayong pangalawang pangulo
Ha?
ng ating bansa,
Ilan baby mo?
nagbanta, sinabi
Ha?
sa publiko
Ilan
na
baby
nakipagkontrata
niya?
na siya
May baby
sa
na
isang
yan.
mamamatay tao upang patayin ang Pangulo, ang First Lady, yung asawa niya. Your Honor, please, I think Attorney Jason is making a scene.
Kindly wind up, counsel.
Your Honor, please, manifestation that Attorney Jason gave a statement addressed to this representation and she walked out. She's now coming back.
Mr. President,
Counsel,
sir, I'd like
kindly
to
wind up
answer
and we will
my
address that
question.
matter in a bit.
Okay. Now, Your Honor, please.
Mm.
Yung pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente sa buhay ng Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, hindi po yan normal. Iyan po ay unang pagkakataon na nangyari yan, nakipagkontrata sa isang mamamatay tao, Your Honor, please, to do that. Even without going into the question, is that a criminal act, Your Honor, please? That act's 110% sure betrayed the public trust that the Vice President got in the previous election.
Thank you, counsel, for
Salamat,
the
Council. Salamat, Mr. Kalish. Salamat, Mr. President.
Chair would like to remind my colleagues, the question posed by Senator Judge Risa pertains to the final question of this entire impeachment proceedings already. If that is an impeachable act or not. And since we gave the counsel for the prosecutors, I think about 5 minutes, Chair would now like to be fair and hear the counsel for the respondent to discuss why it is not an impeachable offense.
Your Honor, may be allowed, I allow you to after our cross. After your, I would like as I understand it, I would like the Honorable Court to play back what the, thank
But you would have the similar and same amount of time given to the counsel. By the council law already, which
No, I would just like
Tapos na to.
to express my support for the statement and observation of the presiding officer. That was like a closing statement, Mr. President.